Most of us remember playing hide and seek as children. How cruel it is for someone to think it's funny that someone goes and hides and we don't go bothering to find them. It's just not funny. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10 Minute Torah, day number 2 of the Torah portion, Teitze. Let's go over to Deuteronomy chapter number 22, verse 1 through 3. When you see your brother's ox or his sheep straying away, you shall not hide yourself from them. Return them to your brother without fail. And if your brother is not near you, or if you do not know him, then you shall bring it to your own house, and it shall be with you until your brother seeks it, then you shall return it to him. And so you do with his donkey, and so you do with his garment, and so do you do with whatever your brother loses, which he has lost and you have found. You are not allowed to hide yourself. You cannot pretend that you didn't see. So most of us played hide and seek, and we would hide to our best ability, and someone would inevitably come and find us. But there are the stories of those who hid, and then no one came to find them, and they felt the very power of abandonment. That's very cruel. No one wants to be forgotten. No one wants to be overlooked. No one wants to be abandoned. We all want to be included. We all want to be found. Thank you, Yeshua, that you found us. And thank you that you did not leave us where you found us. So is it that Yah is really so concerned about oxen and sheep? Yeah, he is. Those are important beings to him. But there's also a little deeper meaning here. An ox is on the emblem or the flag of the house of Ephraim. Sheep, Yeshua taught us in Matthew chapter 15 about going and finding the lost sheep of the house of Israel. In Matthew chapter number 10, verse 5 and following, he says, Yeshua sent the 12 out, having commanded them, do not go in the way of the nations, and do not enter a city of the Shemarionim, but rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, proclaim the reign of the heavens has drawn near. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out demons. You've received without paying, give without being paid. So not only when we find those that are lost are we to say you're now found, but we are to meet their needs, whatever dramatic need that they might have. Heal them, cast out their demons, or the demons that possess them, raise them up, encourage them, teach them, train them. When we have found lost oxen of the house of Ephraim, the 10 tribes that have been lost for over 2,000 years, we are to provide care for them until their owner, Yeshua the Messiah, comes to reclaim them. These lost sheep are important. We cannot turn our eyes from them. Now, how do we know who is an ox or a sheep or this lost entity of people? Those who have an ear to hear what the Ruach is saying. And you will engage them in conversations on your workplace, your family, your home, your community, public places. You'll find them. And you will sense in your spirit that they have a receptive ear. And we'll give them a little bit, and they'll eat it, and they'll be refreshed, and they'll come back for more. Well, when they keep coming back and we keep giving to them, we understand then that they are receiving. We provide care for them, shepherding them, pastoring them, helping them until Messiah returns. But then he goes on and he says, and so you shall do with his donkey. Donkeys are unclean animals, and they have a stubborn disposition. They will bay at you. They will work against you. They will be stubborn and refuse to move. They will work hard. They are a strong and capable animal, but they are not always agreeable. But he says you don't overlook the donkey, you pay attention to him. There are those people that are stubborn. They're hard to get along with at times. They will work hard. You ask them to help, they'll help. They are the proverbial good American who will give you their shirt off of their back. They will go a long ways to be congenial and agreeable, but then they have those stubborn streaks, and you will get frustrated. But Yeshua says you cannot hide yourself from them. And so we find people in unclean living conditions, and we find them with stubborn streaks. And just like we would a lamb, just like we would a stray animal, we care for them. What about somebody's garment? You find a coat laying on the ground, you find some garment laying somewhere, you would think, well, I have no idea who it belongs to. Don't leave it. Pick it up, clean it, and keep it in store until someone comes to claim it. When someone does not have their covering, then physically they are exposed and cold. So perhaps we are also then being sent to those to look for those who are exposed. They've had their laundry put on the line and they're ashamed. Maybe their life has not been that which would provide spiritual covering for them. They've never had anyone to pray over them. They've had no one to teach or to train them. Hello. If we find them, it's our responsibility. Again, in the book of Luke, Yeshua gave us these words in Luke chapter 19. In verse number 10, he says, "For the Son of Adam has come to seek and to save, to redeem, to recover the lost." It's one thing to tell somebody, "Hey, sir, you're lost." Well, they know that. Did you know you're lost? Yes, my life is a lost cause. But we are empowered by the Ruach HaKodesh to be a part of the redemption process. Telling someone that they're a sinner really doesn't help them a whole lot. Condemning someone doesn't really help them a whole lot. But when we share with them the message of recovery, Yah is about the recovery business. I said earlier that sometimes kids would leave someone hiding and never go find them. That's not the game that Yah plays. He is still looking intently in every hiding place, looking for those who have not yet been found. People hide themselves everywhere. They hide themselves in their work, in their homes, in their families, in their hobbies. They even hide themselves in houses of religion. They're hiding. They don't want to be found. But inwardly, they're crying out, "Somebody find me. Somebody help me." And Yah is looking for them. Now, this is not a spiritual thing that just happens in the atmosphere. The way that Yah finds those that are hiding and lost is through our eyes, our ears, through our discernment, through our touch, through our efforts. It's one thing to sit and say, well, when they're ready, they'll come to me. Yeshua didn't say, I'll just wait for them to come to me. He came looking for us. He came providing a way back for us. And he didn't leave us where he found us. He looked until he found us. That has to be our attitude. And Yah says, again, in his Torah, you are not allowed to hide yourself. You cannot pretend that you didn't see. If you see it, you're accountable, you're responsible, and it just could be that you're the answer. You're the one that needs to find them, help them, and hold on to them until Yeshua comes to get them. And may you, Yeshua, come and come quickly in our day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Till then, shalom.